I'm sorry, everybody. Brain Balance San Diego is conducting free adult workshops alongside the San Diego Public Libraries. Here to share more about the workshops and how you can attend is Amanda Lee from Brain Balance San Diego. Amanda, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I got engrossed in our conversation. I became disconnected. Hey, Amanda, let's start with the simple stuff. Brain Balance, what is it? What do you do?
Yeah, Brain Balance. We are Brain Balance of Greater San Diego. We have 3 centers across the county, one in Carmel Mountain Ranch, Chula Vista, and Encinitas. And we are a brain health company. We help kids, teens, and adults who want to improve their cognition, focus, ADHD symptoms, learning, memory, sensory processing, and even things like mental health and reducing anxiety or managing anger.
We're always told that we are only using a small percentage of our brain. Does Brain Balance concur with that?
We do not. You are using so much of your brain. That's old school myths. It's even a big myth that's still prevalent today that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, that your brain kind of goes downhill when it stops growing, developing at age 25-ish. But that's not true. Your brain can grow and change your entire life. It's called neuroplasticity.
All right, so I'm going to come back to that. But first, explain the partnership. Why with the public libraries?
So we've had a great relationship with the San Diego Public Libraries for several years now. We've done a lot of training with their youth service librarians and other staff as they wanted to learn how to be more inclusive, with their patrons. And we do see a lot of neurodivergent individuals, meaning those who just process information a little more uniquely than you and I. And they found that their patrons really needed and wanted more information for themselves, whether it was for their toddlers and early development to right now the adult population wanting to learn more about brain health. Anxiety is a big topic right now, neurodiversity, ADHD, everything.
A lot of those things, I don't know if I want to call it ailment, what the conditions that you're talking about are all, in a lot of ways, in a lot of practices, then bring medication. What are your thoughts about that?
That's right. So a lot of people actually come to Brain Balance because they're looking for a non-drug option that is proven to work. We are an evidence-based approach, and we really utilize the science of sensory motor engagement, nutrition, as well as cognitive skills training. So that trifecta is really neat. We call it the secret sauce, and we personalize the experience to each person. So we allow people to know there is another option. It doesn't have to be just medication.
So your kids don't have to be on medication.
That's right. And we have Harvard University backing our program as just as effective as medication as well.
All right, so that's one thing I might learn at this workshop. Tell me something else. Drop another couple bits of knowledge on me. What will I learn at these workshops?
3 things I say in almost all my workshops. What you do matters, what you eat matters, what you think matters. And it may seem simple, and yet we have a hard time encompassing that in our everyday lives. So moving your body, we know that, but exactly how are we supposed to exercise? What are we supposed to eat? What does a low inflammation diet mean to really fuel our brain that we don't just use 10%, we use about 20 to 30% of our energy that we fuel ourselves with here, all right? Because it works so hard. And then really, what you think, like I said, matters, because if you're constantly in that anxious or fight or flight mode or negative mindset, you're going to wire your brain in a way that isn't as positive and helpful as you would like it to be.
You should have a workshop just for golfers then, as far as...
Oh, that's huge, psychology-wise.
Yes. Projecting a positive result.
So we do work with a lot of competitive athletes, right? You want to get that mind-body connection going, the reaction time, the mentality to be in the right shape. So we do work with musicians and athletes.
Yeah, I think the people that are good at what they do, they visualize a good result. Whereas when I get over a putt, all I can see is missing it.
And you know what? Like everyone else, including myself, I need a coach for that. Can we theoretically do it on our own? Sure. Is it easier when you have a coach to help you get on the right track? Yes, and that's
why we're attending these workshops.
That's right.
Quickly, give us the hits and wins.
Next one is actually today in Rancho Bernardo Library. So we do have workshops across the San Diego Public Libraries, across different days of the week, across different topics. So check our website, brainbalancesandiego.com. There's a PDF you can download with all of the schedule of events, essentially, or you can ask your local library as well.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry I kept you overtime. But it's a fascinating topic.
That's right.
And I think
brain health, it affects everyone. All of us can use brain balance.
We don't discuss it enough, right?
We do not.
And you're here to change that.
That's right.
All right, the sun will stick around today, but more gloomy weather is on the way.